Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Raider Field here in Hudson, Wisconsin for this evening's non-conference boys soccer match between the Middleton Cardinals and the Hudson Raiders. For the second consecutive night, the Hudson Raiders are playing Cardinals. Last night it was Chippewa Falls, and Hudson emerged with a comfortable 3-0 win. This evening may pose a stiffer challenge in the form of the Cardinals from Middleton, a traditionally strong program in the general Madison area. Hudson will be this evening without the services of junior central defender Nick Thompson. He received a red card yesterday evening during the conference matchup against the Chippewa Falls Cardinals. Starting in his place, Bennett Sparling. Sparling will be joined in the back by Braden Miller, Cole Ober, and Tig O'Kelly. The midfield will consist of Luke Johnson, Colton Prater, Paul Phillipson, Ryan Muthaden, Sam Ross. Up top, Connor Johnson. Corey Denning, as usual, starts in goal. Middleton takes the field with Ben Shear, number 0, in goal. They've got a junior midfielder, Peter Tuttle, number 5. In midfield, he is joined by senior number 6, Simon Sisk, sophomore number 8, Ben Tudawal, Bryce Schuster, number 21, and Luis Martinez Cruz, number 22. Forwards are Isaac Giu and Andrew Lund, and we are underway. Middleton looking to go long early, over the head of Sparling, out for a Hudson throw-in. So again, a key cog missing for the Raiders. One of their 2 central defenders, Muthaden on the ball here. Can they overcome that loss? Hudson was really in control against Chippewa Falls the whole night last night. See if they can maintain that against, as I said, what is expected to be a stronger opponent in the form of the Middleton Cardinals. Middleton has a mix of sophomores, juniors, and seniors, not unlike the Raiders. So some young talent combined with upperclassmen experience. That's number 22 there, Luis Martinez Cruz. But then Bryce Schuster now carries it, passing it to Andrew Lund. Andrew Lund has it dispossessed there by Braden Miller, looking for an outlet. Colton Prater pokes it away right in front of Simon Sisk, and it's given back. Sisk picks it up. Looks like he's going to be holding down the center of the park defensively for the Cardinals. Peter Tuttle there, outside. Pressure now coming from Phillipson. Looking to go up over the top to their forward, number 26, Isaac Giu. Ober takes it. Luke Johnson, one on his back. Paul Phillipson checking back. Looks like they've just got 2 now playing up top. Adjusted their formation a little bit. Oh, Phillipson's had the run, I thought, right away. And there it is. Paul Phillipson going into the corner. He's got Connor Johnson making the far post run. Number 14, Nicholas Castillo is pressuring him. He cuts it back for Prater. Prater lets it run through his legs. Oh, I think he thought he had someone coming behind him. That was not the case. Great opportunity or potential for the Raiders. Unable to manifest itself into a good goal-scoring opportunity. Middleton back on the ball. This is Chuck Bublitz with you here, bringing you Raider Soccer, accompanied by my trusty cameraman, Rex, bringing you all the beautiful shots of this evening's game. Great job by Sam Ross. Gives up a little bit of size, but fantastic work defensively, one-on-one. Now here's Phillipson. Back for Prater. Prater for himself. Turns the defender, poked away. Really good job defensively. Luke Johnson now carries to Prater. Prater holding, patient in traffic. Nice job by Colton. Luke looking over the top to Ryan Muthaden. Muthaden takes it off. It's just great first touch by Ryan. Good composure there with the defender diving. Drops it back, looking for Colton. Colton touches it around 1. Defender gets in his way. Foul on Colton Prater. Unlucky for the Raiders, but again, good strong start for Hudson. Middleton, of course, about 90 minutes ago got off the bus after being on for 3.5 hours, so one wonders if the opening minutes will be them just kind of getting their legs under them. Nice time for Hudson to maybe take advantage and get an early goal. Put some pressure on the visiting team. Hudson follows this up with a game against Oregon tomorrow at noon. Middleton will travel to Eau Claire to take on the Eau Claire Memorial Old Abes, who are playing Oregon this evening. It's about the 8th year of this Eau Claire, Hudson, Oregon, Middleton exchange. Always a good opportunity to test yourself against a strong non-conference opponent for all teams involved. Miller here on Martinez Cruz, pardon me. And now Miller really working hard under a lot of pressure. Fantastic job by Braden. Knocked out for a Hudson goal kick. Strong, competitive start from both teams here early. I, for one, expected nothing less. Denny with the restart, looking for Prater. Johnson pokes it away. Cleared up to Andrew Lund. Out onto the left flank of Middleton. Looking for the big cross, intercepted by Miller, a little high off his knee. Settled by Ross, under pressure. One back by Middleton, and here they come. This is Giu into the box, carrying. He's got Cole Ober right in front of him. Great tackle by Ober. Miller just knocks it out for a throw-in. Deep for Middleton. Giu looks like he's a handful. Big cross far post, got a man, headed towards goal, and just wide. Oh boy, did I think that was going in. Fortunate for the Raiders, Denning may have had it covered, but would have been close had it been on frame. Great opportunity, lovely cross from Peter Tuttle. Middleton looks to have some size on them. Hudson is not a small team, but Middleton looks like they're a large team. Prater got time here, carrying with Aiden in front of him. Sam Ross making a run. Prater wins the ball back. Tygo Kelly heads it down. Luke Johnson steps in. Prater to Phillipson. Phillipson's first touch, a little bit far away from him. Pokes it, attempting to poke it towards Johnson there. Falls to Tuttle. Tuttle with his head up, looking to slot it through to the run. Good job by Cole Ober being there, stepping in, winning the ball in front of Lund. So it looks like we've got Lund, we've got Isaac Giu, and Luis Martinez Cruz as the front runners here for the Cardinals. O'Kelly now on the ball, looking for Phillipson, able to keep it in, looking centrally, wasn't anybody there, given away, back to Middleton, and they've settled in a little bit here after an opening couple of minutes with some pressure by Hudson. Now Middleton's had a few good minutes. Tuttle to Schuster, back to Tuttle, looking for Lund, that's a handball. Free kick Raiders. It's been a fun start so far. Again, Hudson having a strong season, had a good week. They defeated Eau Claire Memorial on Tuesday, 1-0. They defeated Chippewa Falls last night, 3-0. So a 4-0. Excuse me, they won 4-0 last night. My apologies. And so it's a 5-0 week so far for the Raiders. And if they can maintain that shutout streak tonight, I think they're going to feel real good about themselves. Colton Prater on Tuttle, carrying down to the left flank of the Raiders. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders around him, searching for some space, sliding it across for Luke Johnson, pressure coming, looking to get it back through to Connor Johnson. Connor Johnson sneaks in front of Tuttle. He wasn't paying attention. No talk by his teammates there to let him know, but one back nicely by the Cardinals, and here comes an opportunity for him. They got a 2-on-2 if they can get it up quickly. Lund curls his run outside. He's got Cole Ober inside. Ober and Lund fighting it out. Cole Ober wins the ball. He's getting held, turning, clears it up and out. Fantastic job by Cole Ober. Could have been a foul call there. He was getting wrapped up, but Paul Phillipson's going to win the ball here. Just not, actually, it looks like it's poked away by the defender there. Sisk distributes the ball wide over to Nicholas Castillo. Back to Schuster. Big switch over to Tuttle. Tuttle with space. Carrying it out. Again, looking for that big cross. Not unlike the way the Raiders like to play with Tygo Kelly, and there's a goal. Andrew Lund scores it. Andrew Lund scores the goal in the 8th minute of play, poking it away from Denning. Middleton 1, Hudson 0. Goal for the Cardinals, scored by number 11, Andrew Lund. Middleton 1, Hudson 0. Checking into the game for the Raiders, number 17, Chase MacArthur, and number 11, Connor Seidel. So, we talked about early starts, and looks like Nava Barber's also coming in. Also into the game for the Raiders, number 15, Trevor Nava Barber. So 3 changes by Solom. MacArthur, Nava Barber, and Seidel. Hudson trailing 1-0. The presence of, well, one must wonder if the presence of Nick Thompson is being felt right now. His big body, strong in the air, and twice Middleton's looked very dangerous with big crosses from their right back Tuttle to the far post. Once they pushed it just wide, and most recently they scored a goal. So in the 8th minute of play, it's 1-0. Here's Colton Prater. He's got Chase MacArthur, play him through, and he's in. Ooh, it's a foot race. Good speed from Kian Carlson, and great work to keep it in. Really nicely done by the Middleton defender there. Here comes Castillo on the ball. Over to Tuttle. They're really exposing that space there. Looks like Sam Ross. Part of the reason he came out, his back's a little tight, so he's getting a little bit of treatment. Tygo Kelly. Poked by Giu. Denny with the ball. 10th minute of play. Hudson trails 1-0. Prater with a little bit of flick on. One up nicely. Falls to Johnson. Johnson looking for Phillipson. Falls to Castillo. Prater wins it. Step in and win that. Nava Barber wins it. Just lightly. Not the touch he wanted. Hudson maintains possession to Denny. Ober to Seidel. Seidel to Phillipson. Looking to get it back to Seidel, but the midfield pressure there, and here comes a great run, sneaks in behind Nava Barber, does the left winger there, cuts it back again, cuts it back a third time, looking to shoot, rolling it dangerously across the mouth of the goal. No one's making a back post run there. That was wide open, missed opportunity for Middleton. Lovely job. Nava Barber got caught napping a little bit there as the left midfielder of Middleton made a strong run in behind him. Bullet dodge for the Raiders. Gio on the ball, tackled away by Luke Johnson, given away by Cole Ober. Hudson struggling right now. Middleton's really imposed themselves on the game. Johnson just clears it up and out, buys some time. Chase MacArthur putting the pressure on. He might win this ball ahead of Tuttle. He does, but Tuttle is there to knock it out. Throwing for the Raiders. Great job by MacArthur to get the ball in Hudson, or in Middleton's defensive third. Prater with a turn, running away. Scott Phillipson. Phillipson settles. Back to Johnson. Nice job by Paul Phillipson there with a little bit of pressure in his face. Luke Johnson slides it across, trying to find, I think, Muthaden. Here's a run by Seidel. Great job by Connor Seidel to get over to the ball, but it is poked out for a Middleton throw in. Tuttle's going to take it. I feel like I said his name a lot. Seidel right to Sisk. Lund was looking for Sisk, missed it, but there's nobody there right now. Hudson's getting a little stretched right now. Middleton's able to possess the ball fairly comfortably here, 12 minutes in. Connor Johnson looked like he's getting ready to come back in for the Raiders. Sisk.
The student leaders. And they put down some work.
Switched it over. So Middleton content to possess the ball. They're winning 1-0. Giu checks into the space there, receives the ball at his feet, turns looking for Martinez. Poked away by Muthaden. Again, Ryan Muthaden working hard. Sisk does come down with the ball, slops it through. Great job stepping up by O'Kelly, but there's nobody there right now. Hudson's used to playing with 3 up top, and Connor Johnson's kind of fills that role as a target forward, and they're playing it to where he would be, and he's not there. Prater to Muthaden. Oh, first touch gets him, just takes his momentum out. That's unfortunate. Leaves it back for Prater. Luke Johnson with one on back. Oh, good run by Ryan Muthaden. Is he going to be able to get there? Looks like the goalie's going to be there just a couple steps ahead of him. Good look, though. Good run. Shear picked it up comfortably, though. It's better from Hudson. Looks like Middleton getting ready to make a substitution as well. Maybe Kyle Ballweg. Paul Phillipson under pressure, maintain possession. This is good. Nava Barber to Phillipson. We just have one in the box, though. Just Chase MacArthur against 4 defenders, looking to cross it. Takes a deflection, picked up by the goalie. Middleton looks to restart down the left flank. Lovely first touch by their outside midfielder. Baits Luke Johnson into a sliding tackle. Cuts it around, finds Lund's feet. Lund to Sisk. Sisk carries, he's got a runner. Ben Tudewal, sophomore, has looked good. Substitutions now coming in for both teams. Number 2, Kyle Ballweg, and number 23, Connor Johnson coming in. Now into the game for the Cardinals. Number 2, Kyle Ballweg. Into the game for the Raiders. Number 23, Connor Johnson. Lights are on in the press box earlier and earlier here. So we move towards fall with weather like summer. Throw in Cardinals. Finds Jew. Slots it across for Sisk. Not going to get there, but does fall to Ballweg, who just came into the game. First couple touches are dangerous on top of the 18. Just booted out by Johnson just to relieve some of the pressure. Middleton right back on it. Hudson struggling to get into the game right now. Poked away just as far as Sisk. Cleared up and out, and can Hudson get out now? Good job by MacArthur to just work and pressure the defender there. Not let him settle it comfortably. Buy a few seconds of time for his team. Just too much space there. Slotting it through. 2-2. He's just good. He is just good. Oh, and it's a scramble, and London gets his second. 2-0, 16th minute. Middleton on top. Goal for the Cardinals, scored by number 11, Andrew Lund. Middleton 2, Raiders 0. So Lund gets his second, and a quarter of an hour into the game, Hudson is struggling. They're struggling to get into the game, and they're struggling on the scoreboard. Bright start for the Cardinals. Muthaden takes it off his chest, off a pass, offsides. Good crowd tonight on a Friday night. Out to support the Raiders. See if in the subsequent 75 minutes they can give the fans something to cheer about. Clock needs to get started here, it looks like. And we're back running, and Middleton on the ball. They have looked good, and I'll be honest with you, this Tudewal has been a big part of it. Sophomore. Strong and fast. He, I think, probably could have been given the assist on the first goal. And looks like we've got a little bit of a correction. They were asking that the clock be reset to 16 minutes and 3 seconds. And 16 minutes and 3 seconds is on the clock. The referees acknowledged it, and we're going to start it, and we're off and running. And go to 16:25, they say. Or we let it run until 16:25. One or the other. So a little bit of a clock issue here after the second goal, and we are back underway. Denning with the punt with the restart. Looking for MacArthur. MacArthur wins it nicely. Finds the feet of Connor Johnson. Oh, just one touch snuck away from him. And errant pass. Looking for Muthaden. Ballweg on the ball. Drops it back to, I believe that's number 20. Given away early to Ryan Muthaden. Oh, his pass was just a little too far for Colton Prater. Sisk there, out to Tuttle. Tuttle drops it back for Ballweg, who had taken his position outside back as Tuttle made the run. Now up to the double goal scorer, Lund. Back to Tuttle. Now Lund is unmarked on the far post. He has proven himself dangerous. Might want to get a body on him. Good job defensively there by Captain Luke Johnson, preventing the turn. Nice job by 8 to get the big switch, but one back by the Raiders, and here they come on the break. They've got a 4-on-3, so they are numbers down, but have an opportunity. Just struggling right now. I think the physicality of Middleton, and I don't mean that in an unfair way. They're strong players, and some of those challenges are just knocking the Raiders off the ball, and they're not able to recover right now. And Connor Johnson's a good-sized player, and he's strong. And that challenge from Kean, oh, what a lovely through ball, and great job by Corey Denny to get off his line quickly. Hudson just exposed in the middle. There they were flat with a big gap between the two center defenders. Great job by Denny, though, as well, to restart quickly. It's a 4-on-5. Sisk just content to sit in front of the back four, and they are not moving. So they're going to have 5 back all the time, it looks like right now. Very well organized, are they? Prater looking to cut it. Throw in Raiders. Prater onto lovely. That was read beautifully, but this is the chance for Connor Johnson. Get us back, Connor. Get us back, Connor. Oh, my goodness. It falls to Prater. Get it. You got to score, Colton. You got to score, Colton. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. 20 minutes in. Hudson had a golden opportunity to score. Johnson couldn't do it. Prater couldn't do it. Maybe Paul Phillipson, who's going to come in. Oh, nope. Excuse me. It's a corner kick. Oh, my gosh. Blake Kalsher, junior defender, saves the day for the Cardinals. MacArthur off. Phillipson on. Now into the game for the Raiders. Number 2, Paul Phillipson. This is it for the Raiders. Great opportunity. Set play. 2 players out of the box. More space. Go long. Head it in. Get close. 2 arms up for Prater. Ball driven over the top of the goalie. Looking for Muthaden over the head of Phillipson. Nice job by Braden Miller to read that little flick. Carry, Braden. Find Colton. Colton turns. Colton settles. Colton lines it up. Colton shoots off the outside of the post. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, my goodness gracious. Great job by Braden Miller to get that started. Lovely work by Colton Prater to check into that space at the top of the 18 to turn and to shoot. And what do? Got to put it on frame. Lund comes out. 16, Chris George comes in. Now into the game for the Cardinals. Number 16, Chris George. So double goal scorer Andrew Lund out. Chris George in. Middleton leading here in the 21st minute of play. Lund, understandably, getting some congratulations from his head coach. 2 goals will always get that. O'Kelly. The big ball slips past the defender. Oh, Connor Johnson just about had it. Is it going to be one of those nights for the Raiders where every bounce goes against them? Certainly Middleton's earned their goals, but good job by Ryan to work back, poke that out, Muthaden that is, away from Kyle Ballweg. Right back in early to Tuttle. Tuttle looking to cross Far bar, that's I think his thing. One out by O'Kelly, and here come the Raiders, and they got a chance to break again. Go Hudson, go, recognize it. Over to Phillipson. They've got numbers. They've got to do something with this. Paul Phillipson now attacking the goal. Swings it back for Colton Prater. Slots it through for Ryan Withaden, just a little bit too far for him. And the inaccuracy of the passes caused them to slow down, allows Middleton to get back. Colton looking, dancing, looking to bend, drives the ball. Who's crashing? It's Connor Johnson. Oh, and it's poked wide. Lined up, Hudson, they're trailing 2-0. They're working their way back into the game, but they need to score. 22 minutes in, it's still 0-2. And in the last 3 minutes, they've had 3 golden opportunities. But opportunities only do so much for you. You need to take advantage of them. And so far, Hudson has proven unable to, while Middleton twice has proven capable through Andrew Lund of just finding that final touch that puts the ball into the back of the net. Throw in Middleton. Ryan Withaden has it. He's going to let it drop. And potentially substitutions here. Looks like number 9, Julio Lima Sanchez, is getting ready to come in, as is Bennett Sparling. Yes. Now into the game for the Cardinals. Number 9, Julio Lima Sanchez. And into the game for the Raiders, number 4, Bennett Sparling. 23rd minute. Hudson trailing 2-0. Trevor Barber making a long run after some instruction from Coach Solom. Good job by Ober to win it. Colton Prater looking for Luke Johnson. Luke Johnson didn't know there was a man behind him. Good job by Withaden there to check back and win the ball. Prater turns. Slots it through for Withaden. Good. Well seen. Oh, it just takes a deflection to run away from Ryan Withaden. Oh, but he does win it back. First touch to Colton. Over the top for Paul Phillipson. Come on, Paul. Come on, Paul. Do something with it. First touch. Drive. Lovely run by Trevor Barber there on the far post. If Phillipson's able to slide it across there, that's an easy tap in for Trevor. Gets the second goal in 2 nights if that's the case. So, Hudson is playing well, but it's 2-0 game. What do you do? Collision there. No foul called. Falls to Ober. Ober, lovely ball to Paul Phillipson, checking back there. And a run by Nava Barber. I like the way he's making those runs on the far post. Hudson needs to be able to find him. Withaden now takes the ball, looking up over the top, too far. Trevor Nava Barber keeps making those runs. The Raiders will find him, and it will work out well. Power of positive thinking. Luke Johnson, good. Physical battle, wins the ball. Out to Nava Barber, back to Prater. Prater with his head up, splits it for Withaden. Colton looking to win the ball, unable to do so. Good job by number 21, Bryce Schuster, to track back there and win it. And here come the Raiders. Bennett Sparling over to Paul Phillipson. He's got Sparling back. He drops it back to Prater. Colton takes one touch. Colton cuts it inside. Looks to get past the defender. Gets caught up. Falls to Tygo Kelly to Luke Johnson. Nice first touch by Tig to keep the pressure on. Now Hudson's turn to put some pressure on Middleton. Can they do something with it, though? Middleton was able to capitalize when they had their opportunities. Hudson, up until now, has been unable to. Luke Johnson to Withaden. Ryan Withaden steps over, looks to cross, deflected down by the defender, picked up by the goalie. Goal kick. Or, pardon me. Distribution opportunity for the goalie. And here comes Ballweg. This game's turned into a little bit of a track meet. Lovely job by Nava Barber to track back. Good job by O'Kelly to read that step up. Ooh, even better job by the forward there by number 16, Chris George, to maintain possession under pressure. And now looking over the top for Ballweg, he was open. A little bit too central. Ends up being catching practice for Corey Denny. Distribution practice to Colton Prater. Prater now taking his space. Good job by number 20 there. Kean Carlson to step up and defend the forward. Colton on the left flank here. Takes a minute. He's got Tuttle in front of him. Now dribbles centrally. Looks to cut it back to Nava Barber. Poked away by the central defender. Schuster off of Ballweg. Throw in Raiders. Right away back to Colton Prater. He's got, looks to get a little tricky. I like the intent there. If you're going to take your chances, take him in the final third. Looking for GU. He wins the ball. Hudson recovers. Numbers back now, getting themselves organized. Swings it out wide for George. His header back centrally to Muthaden. No, rather, Colton Prater. And Hudson slows it down a little bit, looking maybe to possess. Ryan Muthaden's done a nice job finding pockets of space in the gaps there, and now finds Trevor Neville-Barber. But Hudson just does not have the numbers up right now. Can Neville-Barber be patient, make a good decision here with the ball? Crosses it over to Colton Prater. Nice pass, right to his feet. Prater under pressure from one, under pressure from two. Slots it over to Sparling, who crept up. Good job by Bennett Sparling. Cross finds someone, settle it, Connor. Neville-Barber back to Connor Seidel. Connor Seidel takes the volley. Neville-Barber bounces off his body, cleared out long, and here's an opportunity potentially. Can Miller win it? George gets the first touch. Miller gets the second touch. Miller gets the third touch. George fourth. Back to Ballweg. And he's got a man on the far side of the field. Can he find him? Good job, Bennett Sparling recovering, but is unable to clear it out, and Middleton maintain the pressure. Over to Ballweg. Pardon me, right over to George. Defended by Miller. George looking for that big cross again. Won out nicely by Cole Ober, but only as far as number 9, Julio Lima Sanchez. That was a good spell for the Raiders. Middleton's had the ball a little bit. Can Hudson maintain that pressure and that momentum? Luke Johnson draws a foul, preventing Middleton, or excuse me, stopping Middleton's possession and winning a free kick for his team. Ober. Big booming kick, and there's just nobody there for the Raiders. They don't have that big target in there. Neville-Barber. Back to Prater. Smartly making the run on the far side. Prater looking to go up over the top to him. Nice ball, settled nicely by Bennett Sparling into Paul Phillipson. Paul Phillipson's got 3 men around him. 2 back off. Touches it around. Oh, what a great first touch. Finds Seidel. Oh, and his shot is deflected. Falls back to Sparling. Sparling, does it trickle across? No, it does fall to Prater, though. Prater with the left foot. Over the top of the bar. Again, Hudson trailing 2-0 here. Has carved out opportunities for themselves. Unable, as of yet, to convert. 29th minute of play. Still 15, 17, 16 minutes left in the first half. So there is still time. Now into the game for the Cardinals. Number 17, Max Reto. So after a strong opening phase for Middleton in which they scored 2 goals. We got a man down here for Middleton. Is he going to get back up? Yes, he is. After a strong opening phase for Middleton in which they scored 2 goals, Hudson has settled into the game a little bit. Obviously, Middleton, maybe with not the foot not on the gas as it had been initially, and with some of their substitutes in. But nonetheless, Hudson has settled in, and they've hit the post. They've had shots deflected off the goal line. They just need to find a way to have that end up in the back of the net. Here comes Colton Prater on the ball. Got 2 men on him. Working hard. It's a lot of dribbling in the middle of the field. Takes a shot, deflected, falls to Trevor Neville-Barber. Neville-Barber just flicks it up over the top, finds Muthaden. Muthaden just puts a head on it, and that's cleared up and out by Kean Schuster, but not very far, only as far as Prater. Luke Johnson there to win the ball. Good physical matchup. I just love the way the boys are playing tonight on both teams. This is fun high school soccer. George now with the ball over to Ballweg, and this is what Middleton's going to look to do here with a 2-0 lead is counterattack. They can sit back, they can defend in numbers, and win the ball and break out. Nicholas Castillo on the ball now. Tiger O'Kelly. Nice job, Tig. Wonder if that's a foul for somebody here at some point in time. Looked like everyone was getting nicked. Free kick. Corner kick here coming up for Middleton. Middleton now had a couple players kind of grabbing ankles after some collisions. Looks like fortunately everyone's doing okay though. Was 21 Bryce Schuster. on the ball over there. Middleton's got 1, 2, 3, 4 lined up. One at the top of the box, making an early run near post. They're going to sky it up for their big bodies. Looks like Carlson won at number 20, but headed it out, so I'm not quite sure. Difficult to see from our vantage point up here, throwing for the Raiders. In for Muthaden. Touches it around 1, slots it through 4. Oh, fantastic work there by Carlson. Muthaden had played a dangerous ball, looking to spring Colton Prater through, and Carlson was tracking the run and cleared it out nicely. 33rd minute of play. Hudson looking to cut into Middleton's lead here in what has been an enjoyable and competitive match. Dominated, at least in the headlines, by Andrew Lund from Middleton. Prater now looking for Luke Johnson. Cleared out. Keeper's coming out. They don't listen to their keeper. Oh, and lucky for Middleton, it slips through. Tygo Kelly now right to the feet of Colton Prater. Prater turning. He's got Ryan Muthaden outside. He plays it out to Muthaden. Muthaden now 2 men coming onto him. Crosses it over. Paul Phillipson there. It goes over his head. Phillipson tracking back to win it. Keeps it in play. Oh, he's got Colton on the top of the box. Colton Prater steps through just a little bit too close to the defender. Luke Johnson trying to play him through. I think if Paul Phillipson plays that ball a little bit more towards where Colton Prater was running from, Colton's able to get a touch on it, turn, and probably shoot, as it was well read and defended by Kean Carlson. He's had a great game there in the center defense for Middleton. Here comes Ballweg right now. Nice little interchange there with Julio Lima Sanchez. Sanchez carrying it towards the top of the box. Just dribbles out of space there. Settle it, Paul. Oh, I take 2 steps back and pull that off your chest. But nice job maintaining possession. Now it's just Colton Prater and Phillipson. Oh, misconnection there between Nava Barber and Colton Prater. Luis Martinez Cruz coming into the game for the Cardinals. Now into the game for Middleton, number 22, Luis Martinez Cruz. Back to Carlson. Third up to Miller. Muthaden winning it back. A little bit of a heavy touch. Seidel's right there. Luke Johnson. Man coming from behind. I'm not sure he knew he was there. Up to his teammates to let him know. Connor Seidel takes it back. Possession. Hudson can possess the ball, and it's not bad to maintain that ability. O'Kelly to Johnson. Johnson up over the top looking for Paul Phillipson. Cleared out, corner kick Hudson.
Hudson has had 87 on the game against Superior.
Muthaden taking a corner kick here for the Raiders. Putting bodies up. Middleton keeping a couple guys back, though. Nice ball into the middle of the box. Finds. Oh, my goodness. I thought Tygo Kelly had it. Paul Phillipson able to keep it in. Dropping it back for Colton Prater. Takes 1 touch. Drives the ball. Takes a deflection. Can Nava Barber get there? Unable to. Who's going to win that? Get there, Cole. Cole Ober. Turns. Maintains possession. Out to... Oh, Paul Phillipson needs to... just can't be there. Shoot. Unfortunate. Looks like number 3, Jack Eggert, getting ready to check in, and he is. Now into the game for Middleton, number 3, Jack Eggert.
So Eggert in here.
Working it down the right side here is Middleton. Seidel. Ooh, nice job, Connor. Wins the ball away. He's in a tight spot here. What can he do with it? Bounces it off. Goal kick. Hudson. Lovely work by Connor Seidel. .36 minute of play. Hudson's trailing 2-0. In a game in which they have been competitive, but inefficient in front of goal, where Middleton had chances early, took chances early, and has been able to really just kind of settle into that 2-0 lead here for the last 15 minutes or so. 20 minutes. They've led since the 7th minute off a goal from Andrew Lund. He doubled his tally in the 16th minute, and that's gotten us to where we are right now. Good pressure. I'd love to see Seidel step up and challenge that like O'Kelly has been doing. Tygo Kelly's really picked it up the last couple of minutes here. Like to see that from the sophomore. A little too far for Phillipson, I believe, as it's running into the defender's path. One, and restarting the attack are the Cardinals. Big switch there over to Tuttle, who was involved heavily early in the match. Less so now, although with a 2-0 lead again, maybe that's a little bit more of an opportunity for him to sit back and not feel that he has to push up that he did to the extent, or which he did to the extent that he did in the first few minutes. Bounces a little over Braden Miller there. Cole Ober's there. Bennett Sparling clears it up. One by number 19, Blake Karlscher. Only as far as riding with Aiden. Prater, 3 men on him. Holds the ball, slips it through for a nice run by Muthaden. Just runs into the defender. Not sure if he knew that Carlson was there. He's done such a nice job. Has number 20. Colton Prater there battling, pushing. That's a foul. That's easy call. Nice work by number 9, Julio Lima Sanchez there. Uses bodies wisely. And here comes Martinez Cruz, drops it back to Lima Sanchez. Poked away by Nava Barber. Up over the top, Paul Phillipson settles to Johnson, back over to Sparling. Sparling takes a touch around. Nice job by Bennett Sparling. Good call there. That's a little bit of a wild challenge. I think the official needs to get over and have a little conversation with number 17, Max Ratul. He was a little wild there, swinging his arms. Probably a good time to just have a little conversation. Free kick, Raiders. Connor Johnson waiting to come in, as is Chase MacArthur. 38th minute of play, Hudson trailing 2-0. Booming free kick by Ober. Luke Johnson gets on it. Luke Johnson pokes it. Luke Johnson, oh my goodness gracious, just puts it wide. Story of the night for the Raiders. Get the opportunities, miss the opportunities. When will that change? I believe it will be tonight. MacArthur and Johnson coming in. Now into the game for the Raiders. Number 23, Connor Johnson, and number 17, Chase MacArthur. So bringing in some bigger bodies is Coach Solom for the last 5 minutes, 6 minutes of the first half here. See if he can make something happen. But frankly, Hudson has made some things happen. They just haven't made them happen all the way. Oh, good job by Prater to win that ball and then just sprint away from the defender. Takes the shot from distance. Goalkeeper has it covered, but takes a touch off his hands and out for a Hudson corner kick. Make your own luck, as they say, and Colton Prater certainly trying to do that. Let's see if Hudson can take advantage. Prater over, Nava Barber over. Middleton looking to send one this time, possibly. As of right now, just one. Now they send a second. Prater will then send it into the box. Who's there for the Raiders? Far post, good ball, Chase MacArthur. Wide a goal. It's the story of this first half. That is for certain. But bright signs from the Raiders. Good effort from the Raiders. But now they need to convert. Good job by Sparling winning it. Chase MacArthur picks his head up, looks right for Connor Johnson. Connor Johnson checking into that space. Good first touch. A little bit too far, though. I like what he was looking for there. It was just a little far. Connor Johnson gives a little, hey, how you doing, to Ben Shear, the Middleton goalie. Had a bit of a gaffe there a minute ago, conceding a corner kick to the Raiders. But, again, they're just unable to take advantage. A little push in the back there by George. No foul called. One by Prater, nicely done. Nothing there. Oh, and such a lovely turn. Colton's feeling it right now. Sliding it through for Connor Johnson. Just too far. Just too far. I'm interested to see how the remainder of this first half goes. Last 5 minutes of this half would be a great time for Hudson to cut the lead. Oh, good turn there by Jack Eggert, carrying it in. Good recovery by Miller. Now Eggert cuts one, cuts two. Out by Ober. Touched out for a throw-in again for Middleton. 42nd minute of play. Middleton still up 2-0, despite some pretty valiant effort on the part of the Raiders. Dropped out, big cross. Couple of bodies in the far post there. Nobody's able to win it. Number 17, Max Rateau chases it down, taking on Bennett Sparling. Rateau looking to get by Sparling. Cuts it back, slots it across, deflected off of Cole Ober. Lucky for the Raiders. Corner kick for the Cardinals. Ryan Muthaden looks like he's maybe going to get a little bit of treatment. Nope, just using the garbage. So, corner kick opportunity here. 43rd minute of play for Middleton. They have big bodies there. Across for Tuttle. Uncontested header. But he headed it like a defender and not like a striker. Headed it up instead of down. Goal kick, Corey Denning. Hudson still with a couple of minutes to make something happen here in the first half. Denny with a nice distribution, just bounced off the shin guard of Nava Barber, but he chases back defensively nicely. Luke Johnson steps over to win it. Splits it for Colton Prater. Splits the defenders, rather, not it. Prater with a turn and just gives the ball away. Love the switch of play there with the outside of the foot. Fantastic overlapping run. Great through ball. Well orchestrated, flowing attack there from Middleton. And Rateau looking to win it back from MacArthur. MacArthur pressuring. Lovely touch to the foot of Rateau. Rateau now wants to attack. Looking for the cross, trying to go through two players. Unable to do so. Get there, Connor. Just unable to do so, but it does fall to Colton Prater. Touches it around one. Picks his head up. Nava Barber on the far side, making the run. That looks like to be onside. Nava Barber touches it, shoots it off the top of the crossbar. Oh, what a run. Oh, what skill. Oh, what lovely soccer. Hudson is trying harder not to score. I don't know how they do it. It's been a heck of a go. Looks like he was judged to be offsides. I'm not sure I agreed with that. It looked to me, from my poor vantage point, that he was onside, but again, I don't have the vantage that the assistant referee does, so Nava Barber just offsides, negating what in the end was a goal kick. A little bit of light pressure from Hudson. Marking up here, allowing Middleton to pass between the defenders, but trying to mark up the midfielders and not let them work it out, which they are unable to do so. Pressure by Hudson pays off. Here comes Colton Prater. He's got a little defender chasing him, but he's running away from him. Now being held up. Shoots just off the bottom of the crossbar. Looked like the goalie had that covered. 10 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And that's the end of the first half, with Middleton leading Hudson by a score of 2-0. So that's the end of the first half here from Raider Field. Hudson trailing Middleton 2-0. Middleton took the lead in the 7th minute through Andrew Lund. He doubled it in the 16th minute, and that leaves us where we are. Thanks for joining us for the first half. This is Chuck Bubblets. I will see you in half number 2. And welcome back for the second half of this evening's non-conference boys soccer matchup between the Middleton Cardinals and Hudson Raiders. Hudson trails 2-0 at halftime through 2 Andrew Lund goals in the 7th and 16th minutes. As we can see, Middleton started extremely strong, but after Lund came out and a few substitutes came in, Hudson worked its way back into the game admirably, had a number of really wonderful chances, were, however, unable to capitalize on any of them, hitting the post and the crossbar multiple times, having balls cleared off the line. The hero probably of the first half was Blake Klatcher, number 19 for Middleton, who cleared Colton Prater's shot off the line as the goalie was out of position, scrambling, and after a Hudson corner kick. So here we go. Connor Johnson restarts the game for the Raiders in the second half. Hudson with Cole Ober, Tig O'Kelly in the back, Bennett Sparling, Braden Miller. Hudson with Ryan Muthaden and Luke Johnson and holding midfield roles. Jared Biederman now in net for the Raiders. Prater is playing in a sort of advanced midfield role behind the three forwards of Connor Johnson, Trevor Nava-Barber, and Chase MacArthur. And he wins a foul. Into the game for the Raiders at halftime, number 24, Jared Biederman. So again, Biederman in to goal. Denning didn't have a lot of work to do after the 2 goals, but I suppose that's saying a lot. Free kick opportunity, Hudson with numbers up. Again, they certainly look dangerous, wide open. Get there, Luke Johnson. Oh, and he just can't get his head on the ball. Completely unmarked. Completely unmarked. Another danger man, Ben Tudawal, really looked good there. Number 8, big switch, and here comes Middleton, now out to number 2, Kyle Ballweg, senior. Drop back to Sisk, who did a nice job as a holding midfielder, number 6 there, and now Tudawal touches it, poked away by Sparling. He looks a little frustrated. The ball did fall to number 26, Isaac Jew. And he blasted it over and one of been backed by Sisk. I really thought he was a key for the Cardinals in the first half. Ball through, off the hand, off the chest, at least according to the referee. Prater was looking for Chase MacArthur, and here again quickly come the Cardinals. Bryce Schuster, well done there by Braden Miller, and a great distribution as well from the back. Prater now with the ball. Settles it back to Tig O'Kelly. O'Kelly, 1, 2, 3, 4, takes his space. 5, 6, 7 touches. Over for Bennett Sparling. Sparling dribbles it out. Checks his calf. Throw in. Pressure then from MacArthur. Connor Johnson. Separated. Poked away, but Tudawal ends up giving the ball up. Connor Johnson gets 1 touch. Chase MacArthur gets a touch. Falls to Johnson. Can he maintain possession with 2 defenders? Oh, wonderfully poked away, but Colton Prater's right there to pick it up. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4 defenders around him. 2 directly on him, I think. Drops it back to Sparling. Sparling with a big cross. Oh, kind of gets hung up a little bit. I thought it was driven a little bit more. But Raiders maintain possession here. Ryan Muthaden trying to dribble through 2 players. Final touch stuck on his foot, poked a little bit far, ran a little farther away, and here come the Cardinals on the attack. Really nicely done for their danger man Lund. Back to Biederman. Well done by Jared, keeping it in play. Oh, just unable to find Prater. Sisk there, pressuring him. Jew. And out to Ballweg. Dropping it back to Tuttle. All the way back to Kalsher, excuse me. Pressure from Johnson allows for the ball to be won and given away by Nava-Barber. Sisk looking for Ballweg. Muthaden pokes it up to Sisk. Swung wide to the wall. Big ball over the top. Nice switch to Ballweg. Braden Miller's there. Heads it out. Throwing Middleton deep in the Hudson defensive third. Unable to do anything with it are the Cardinals. Poked away by Miller, kept in by Navabarber. Really great job there. And up to Connor Johnson. Touches it inside. Slots it across for Chase MacArthur. Drops it back for Colton Prater. Nice flowing attack here for the Raiders. Prater now over to Ryan Muthaden. Touches back and then just gives it away. Hands on his head, frustrated. He knew he made a mistake. Tygo Kelly now has to reach with Gio. Great job by Tygo Kelly, turning on the wheels. He had a job, a heavy task. Bennett Sparley now splits the defenders. Colton Prater right there. Picks up his head over the top to Navabarber. Big switch. Connor Johnson falling in. Chase MacArthur in the box. Johnson making a further run. Navabarber's distribution, his cross doesn't fall, but it finds Connor Johnson on the turn right at the goalie. Again, Hudson has looked bright. They've had opportunities. They just need to convert. Prater on the ball again for the Raiders. Back to Luke Johnson. Over to Ryan Muthaden. Again, a game Hudson's very much in. Muthaden's having a hard time right now. Tygo Kelly recovers. 2 to wall. Big switch to Ballweg. Danger men on the flanks, are they? Ballweg looking to center it. Won by Muthaden. Touch a little heavy, but he deflects it again. Working hard. Even as maybe his touch has struggled just a little bit in the last couple of minutes. And now possessing are the Cardinals. Stepped up nicely there is Luke Johnson. Go Hudson, go Hudson, go Hudson. Numbers up, run, attack. Luke Johnson carrying the ball, looking for Chase MacArthur. Chase MacArthur touches it around the defender, shoots, and it just rolls wide. Another wonderful opportunity for the Raiders, rolling wide of the goal. Mason Holm, Paul Phillipson getting ready to come back in, but the signs are there. Can Hudson capitalize? Now into the game for the Raiders. Number 22, Mason Holm. And number 2, Paul Phillipson. So Holm and Phillipson in. A fantastic attack. Senior Luke Johnson won the ball, stepped up nicely, kept driving forward. Hudson had numbers up. He found Chase MacArthur, turned the defender, drove the ball, but it was bending away from the far post all the time. That thing's hit straight without a bend. It's in the back of the net. Connor Johnson here again. Hudson with the pressure. Slides across. Tygo Kelly, goalkeeper there. Really nicely done by Ben Shear. And now Tygo's got some work to do. Good job by Shear to recognize where O'Kelly came from and find it to the wall right away. He cuts inside, slots it across. And now attacking down the right are the Cardinals. Wonderful job by Ballweg. Putting a quick move on Miller. Driving into the corner. Corner kick. Middleton. So Middleton again leading 3-0 here. 2-0 in the 54th minute of play. Hudson not without chances to get on the scoreboard. Now it's just a question of their grit and their resolve. Are they going to continue to fight and battle and find that first goal? Corner kick, deflected on goal. Great save by Jared Biederman. He was set. He was ready. He reacted. He kept the ball out of the back of the net. Now Cole Ober's got a task. Harassed there by number 19, Blake Kalsher, who forces Ober to kick the ball out of play. Throwing again deep in Hudson territory for the Cardinals. Braden Miller wins it, but then it's taken away from him. Attacking in the box, dribbling past one, dribbling past two, and then Biederman called into action, and again Biederman is up to it. Really fabulous dribbling attack there by number 21, Bryce Schuster, the senior. But Jared Biederman held his position and then came out, made himself big, and deflected it out for a Middleton corner kick. Danger moments here for the Raiders. Ballweg feigns going over for a two-man corner. Instead, again, driven up far back, looking for Lund, flecked in by Giu, up in the air. Again, Lund is a danger player. That ball, he just seemed to find it, and he was able to direct it on goal. Beat him with a big throw to Kelly. Kelly takes one touch, just rolls up his foot a little bit to Sisk. Poked away after Sisk stumbled on the ball by Prater. O'Kelly looking for and finds Colton. Colton was attempting to send Paul Phillipson up the flank. Ran away from just a little bit. throwing Middleton deep in their own half. Paul Phillipson just goes in and takes it away. Go, Paul. Go, Paul. Score, Paul. Score, Paul. Deflected. Unbelievable. I'm out of words. I am out of words. I don't know how many more chances Hudson can create without scoring. Maybe Corey Denning's the answer. Out from goal, onto the field. Here it comes. First touch goal. You heard it here, folks. Into the game for the Raiders. Number 14, Corey Denning. So, I'm putting my prognostication reputation on the line. Prater, just over Denning's head. I thought he had it. I was going to look like a genius. First time for everything. Paul Phillipson on the ball. Flick it up and over. There's numbers right there. Oh, Connor. Just not maybe the touch he was looking for. They had 2 men there on 1. Someone maybe needs to let him know to settle that instead of to flick it. And here come Middleton. No one's going to take the ball. Putting Tygo Kelly in a pretty tough position there. 1-on-2. Well done by Tudawal. Attacking O'Kelly. Fighting with O'Kelly. Lovely battle between 2 fabulous sophomore soccer players there. And we've got a goal kick. I think that means it was a clear win for O'Kelly in that situation. 57th minute of play. Hudson trailing 2-0. Would have loved to have seen Paul Phillipson just drive that ball with the laces into the far post. Laid it off instead for Colton Prater and was deflected by the defender. O'Kelly looking for and lining up a big cross for Ryan Muthaden. It's going to get over, settle it. Oh, the first touch just is a little bit too far for Muthaden. Wonderful look from O'Kelly. Great run by Ryan. Keep that up, Raiders. Here's Ballweg looking to do the same thing. A little more of a switch of play, less than an attacking move. Good split there. Bounces off the knee of Ober. Johnson back to Ober. Corey Denning. Over to Muthaden. Muthaden for Prater. A little bit too far for him. That was probably a little more fanciness that needed to happen. Falls to Sisk. Over to Gio. Back to Sisk. Swinging it over to Schuster. Dropping it back to Tuttle. Middleton now with a little bit of possession. They've got a 2-0 lead. They can comfortably possess the ball. Lots of step overs, lots of moves, lots of attempts, lots of wins for Tygo Kelly. At some point in time, we might start doing a Fortnite dance if this keeps up. But now Middleton just put numbers in there, and Hudson seemed to just content to let him have it in the corner. I wonder why they didn't throw it in deep. Here's Sisk looking for the big cross. Ballweg making the run in. It was a little bit behind him. Corey Denning wins it for Hudson, but unable to get it all the way out yet. Ballweg back to Tuttle. Looking for Ballweg. Slots it through to Giu. Carrying across the top of the box. Well covered by the Raiders. They're organized defensively right now, and now all the way out to Tudawal. Tudawal with a far post cross. Won by Ober. Again by, looks like Holm got a touch on it there, and then Biederman off his line to pick it up. Biederman's distribution. Won by Castillo. Sisk now. Flicking it up to Lund. Lund's touched a little bit too far, but he's got a quick first step. Pokes it away. Sisk now. Back to Kalsher. To Lund's feet. Luke Johnson there. Lund able to keep possession for him. Swinging it wide, pressure by Muthaden. Ballweg. And now Tuttle with a great run from his right back position. Cuts it back to Giu. Good job defensively by Cole Ober. Corey Denning stepping out. Looking for the big cross. Tudawal's there. First time shot. On frame. Jared Biederman had it covered. Middleton settling into some possession here in the 61st minute of play. Probably a good idea for them as they are up 2-0 in this game. Hudson doesn't score. They can't win. Lovely ball by Colton Prater to the run of Paul Phillipson. Across to Ryan Muthaden. Takes one touch to settle. Turn to turn. 3 to shoot. Save by Ben Shear. He's got a big, long frame, and he used every inch of it to keep that ball out of the back of the net. Great job there by the senior. But a wonderful attack from Hudson. Middleton again now, content to possess the ball a little bit. That's a good tactical decision from them. They are in a position of strength right now. Hudson needs to make something happen. Great turn by Ballweg, but Miller's got the speed to get it. Mason Holm there. Miller, Ballweg takes the ball back. Sisk right to the feet of Jew. Carries it back. All the way to their defense. Over to Castillo. Ballweg defended by Muthaden. Oh, he nutmegs him. And finds Gio. Really nice job by Ballweg on the flank there. Fortunate for the Raiders that Gio couldn't keep the ball down. Nicely played game by Middleton so far. They've been dangerous. Biederman's goal kick. Runs out, throw in. Middleton. Foul on Muthaden. Looks like the Cardinal player is going to be all right. Took a little bit of a knock there, trying to split the defenders. Good turn there to get around Miller. Ooh, and poke it past the second defender. Cross it, deflected back by Denning. Falls to the danger man. Lund to Sisk. Cleared out back to Lund again. Shot wide. Jew twice now in the last couple of minutes has missed some opportunities. And that was a golden one. Fell to his feet at the 12, basically at the penalty spot. Phillipson now for Hudson. Castillo with a little turn there. One back by Denning. He's got two men on him. Excuse me. Deflected off Corey Denning. Giveaway there by both teams. Consecutive giveaways. Middleton retains possession. Over to Castillo. Pressured by Prater. Won by Prater. Played through to Connor Johnson again. It's just going to be a little too far. Shepard, keep it in Connor. Oh, picked up then eventually by the goalie. Good job by Carlson to shield it. Carlson, yes. To Shear. Shear now with a big throw to Ballweg. Middleton just really doing a nice job playing wide when they have the ball. Those outside midfielders are getting all the way to, almost heels on the line there. Stretching the field for Hudson defensively. Here is Castillo. Lovely cross finds Jew. Can't settle it in traffic. Here comes Hudson. Middleton with numbers back. Colton Prater carrying. 3 men in front of him. Someone's going to see if they can sneak in behind the in that pocket behind the midfield. Denning there. Back to Miller. Hudson just possessing the ball a little bit. Well read by Carlson. Unable to win it, though, and here comes Connor Johnson. Takes one touch, looking to find Paul Phillipson. Falls to Colton Prater. Colton Prater with Sisk in front of him. Prater shoots, deflected by Sisk. 2-2. Back to Sisk. Luke Johnson defending. Swinging it over to number 21, Schuster. Middleton working their way out nicely there against a little bit of pressure from the Raiders. Just dribbling out of play is Ballweg. And into the game comes Ezra Joseph. Or excuse me, at the next Middleton opportunity. Ezra Joseph will check in. My apologies. Denny on the ball now for the Raiders. Back to Prater. Denny with a little bit of an overlap. Tygo Kelly looking to go. Paul Phillipson's in. This is not offsides. Paul Phillipson's one touch. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Substitutions. Now into the game for Middleton, number 25, Ezra Joseph. Also number 3, Jack Eggert. And number 16, Chris George. Into the game for the Raiders, number 17, Chase MacArthur. So MacArthur into the game for the Raiders. Not sure what much more they could do in an attempt to score a goal. Denny with a touch to Luke Johnson. Luke Johnson over to Muthaden. To Prater, a great touch by Colton. That came with a lot of mustard on it. Now over to Paul Phillipson. Paul Phillipson carried to the land end, carried to the end line, slotted across, deflected off the goalie. Chase MacArthur turn. Chase MacArthur shoot. Save! Oh my goodness, what a fabulous save by Shear. What an absolutely amazing recovery and save for the goalkeeper from Middleton. Got back across his line. Chase MacArthur put it on goal. He got a hand up to deflect it. Unbelievable work there from the Middleton goalkeeper. Colton Prater trying to go through 2. It's going to be a goal kick. A little bit of luck, a little bit of skill. That was all skill. What a fabulous job goalkeeping there by number 0, Ben Shear for Middleton. It's been said the Raiders can't even buy a goal tonight, and I can't disagree. Ryan Muthaden working hard to make that happen, though, or to change that, rather. Gotta like the fight from the Raiders. Like the way they've kept their composure, other than in front of goal. Oh, I like the idea for MacArthur, but the run's got to be there, and it wasn't. Shear with the ball picks it up. Tuttle, big switch for Tudewall. MacArthur recovering. A little bit of an errant touch cleared up by Denny, but kept in by Castillo for the Cardinals. Castillo with a big switch over to Ballweg. Great shot. Slips through Biederman's hands. Goal for number 25, Ezra Joseph in the 69th minute. It is that night for the Raiders. Goal for the Cardinals, scored by number 25, Ezra Joseph. Joseph for the goal, Cardinals 3, Raiders 0. And here come the substitutions. Connor Seidel, Luke Johnson into the game for the Raiders. Sometimes you do it all right and you just can't make it happen. And Hudson certainly hasn't done it all right, but they've done a lot right, and it ain't happening tonight. Into the game for the Raiders, number 19, Luke Beckemeyer. Number 11, Connor Seidel. And number 15, Trevor Nava-Barber. So, midfield substitutions en masse for the Raiders. Prater out. Johnson out. Muthaden out. One must wonder if with a game against Oregon, a tough game coming up tomorrow, if maybe it's time to rest the legs of some key players. Here comes the goal scorer. Unlucky for Biederman, really. He's done nice work in goal, and just to have that one slip through his fingers, literally, is tough. 2-2. Big cross, looking for Ballweg, cleared up by Miller. Beckermeyer over to Nava Barber, trying to get it out, unable to get it out. Ballweg with the throw. Tuttle, big shot, goal. And now it's pouring on, 70th minute. I don't know what you do about that, though. That's just class. That is just class. Well struck, young man. Well struck. Goal for the Cardinals, scored by number 5, Peter Tuttle. Cardinals 4, Raiders 0. Checking into the game for the Cardinals, number 22, Luis Martinez Cruz, and number 17, Max Rateau. Into the game for the Raiders, number 9, Liam O'Kelly. So, 70th minute, Cardinals now lead 4-0. O'Kelly into the game for the Raiders. Liam, that is, in for his brother Tig. An opportunity for some of Hudson's substitutes to get experience in a top-level, high-level game, competitive match. Not on the scoreboard, not anymore, but it hasn't been a bad night of soccer for the Raiders. Here comes Ezra Joseph, sophomore, my apologies. Quick player. Got a taste of goal and he wants some more. Denny now carrying. Game's getting a little loose here as some of the main players have been substituted. Denning to Phillipson. Seidel was making a run. Phillipson back to Denning. Denning over to Liam O'Kelly. Liam O'Kelly, one touch. Turns, looks, finds Luke Beckermeyer. Miller to Denning. Denning dribbling, cutting across for Connor Seidel. Settles, shoots. Nava Barber on goal, saved by Shear. Castillo splits defense to Sisk. I like the way Sisk has played. He's a nice player in the midfield there. It's number 3, Jack Eggert. Over to, I believe that is Martinez Cruz. Beckermeyer now on the ball for Hudson. Carrying, dribbling. Sisk just really recovering there. Looking for Chase MacArthur over the top. Unable to connect. Joseph now. Deflected by Holland. Joseph back up. Nobody there for him. Biederman will pick it up. .72 a minute play. Hudson trailing 4-0 now against Middleton. Middleton looking to just run out the last 20 minutes of this match. Hudson looking to see if they can find a spark. Right now struggling to put it together, though. Big blast from number 17, Max Rateau. And another substitution coming into the match. It's going to be number 15, Jack Oley. Into the game for Middleton, number 15, Jack Oley. So Oley in for Castillo. Goalkeeper to goalkeeper there on that distribution. Oley to Rateau. Big switch, Martinez Cruz there on the ball. Gives it away to Connor Seidel. Seidel picks his head up, attacking aggressively. Well won back there by Martinez Cruz. Nice job. He had a little bit of an errant pass and he went and got it back. Like to see that. And here's Rateau. Denning defending. Slides it across the middle of Joseph. Joseph again, I think, looking for some runs that aren't on. Biederman to Joseph. He's a fast player, is Mr. Ezra Joseph. Mason Holm, well outside of the boot, finds Trevor Nava-Barber, able to maintain possession against Tuttle. Played out, though, for a Middleton throw-in. Tuttle certainly scored the goal of the evening, the 4th goal for Middleton, a blast from the top of the 18 with his left foot. Really nothing Biederman could do about it, but admire it as it floated over his head and into the back of the net. Sometimes you just got to say, nice job. Throw in Middleton. George heads it back, no one there. Cleared up by Miller. Oh, just beyond Paul Phillipson. Back to Shear for the Cardinals. Oh, Chase MacArthur poked it away. Paul Phillipson back to Corey Denning. Liam O'Kelly making the run now, pulls it off. O'Kelly looking for Denning, unable to connect. Coach Solon from the bench imploring them to switch play. And we've got a substitution coming in for Middleton. That's number 9, Julio Lima Sanchez. Now into the game for Middleton, number 9, Julio Lima Sanchez. So Sanchez in, Sisk out. 75th minute of play, Hudson trailing 4-0. Chase MacArthur wins the ball for the Raiders. Staying with it, fighting for it rather. Got taken on 2-3 defenders. The 2 and 3 beat the 1, as is typically the case. Middleton back on the ball. Corey Denny deflects it. Corey Denny working hard against Rateau there. Beckemeyer looking up for Phillipson. Well read and deflected by Carlson, who attempts to keep that in. Fabulous work there by the junior defender. He's had a nice night. Denning to Miller. Miller slides it through to Seidel. Seidel with the switch to Liam O'Kelly. Good run, good ball. Liam O'Kelly, good cross, deflected but by Rateau. Got a little German slip out there. Aber means butt in German. Cleared out off the throw-in. Here comes George. 1-2 working with Jack Eggert. Eggert now running, chased by Mason Holm. Holm recovers. Eggert looking to cross it through. Jared beat him. Oh, miscommunication there. If I'm a goalkeeper coach, so I'd want to be able to hear in the press box to hear my goalie yelling, and I didn't. So, miscommunication. Looked like Biederman had it covered. Miller unsure, so he did the safe thing and poked it out. Corner kick for the Cardinals. Blake Klosher to take it. Kalsher, pardon me. Blake, if you ever watch this, I apologize. Nice corner kick. Well defended there by, that's Cole Ober. Good job winning that header in traffic. Ober on Rateau. Rateau's got a lot of hands. Very handsy. Ober wins it. Substitution for the Raiders. Into the game for the Raiders, number 23, Connor Johnson. So Johnson in. O'Kelly with a rainbow throw-in. Rateau settles it. MacArthur gets a touch on it. A little bit of traffic here. Johnson now pressuring. Nava Barber pressuring. Carlson comfortable and calm. Johnson. Ooh. Johnson was holding his hand there for a sec. Looks like Denning caught Joseph. Joseph gonna initially looked like he was gonna take it quickly. He's gonna just let Carlson have it. Carlson wide to Tuttle. The scoreboard says 4-0. If you were to watch the game, I don't know that you would say Middleton was 4-0 better than Hudson, but turns out that doesn't matter. Middleton was 4-0 better than Hudson, followed by Corey Denny. So Carlson setting up the free kick here, 79th minute of play. Middleton leading 4-0. Looking up over the top. There I heard Biederman. Flicked back by Mason Holm. Right into the hands, the safe and comfortable hands of Jared Biederman, and he restarts the attack nicely, but look at Rateau turn on the Jets just under the foot of Connor Johnson from Chase MacArthur. Might like to see a little bit lighter on the weight of that pass. Just love a well-weighted pass. And here comes Middleton on the attack with a speed burst from Jack Eggert. My goodness gracious, did he turn the Jets on? I don't know that Cole Ober was ready for that. What a turn by Joseph on Luke Beckemeyer. Shoots off of Biederman's chest, handled comfortably. Nicely done by number 25, sophomore in midfield. Looks like he's got a bright future for the Cardinals. Tygo Kelly getting ready to come back in. Corey Denny wins it, settled by Trevor. Oh, no. Yes, Trevor Nava-Barber did end up with it. Just can't connect with Connor Johnson. I think that's the theme of the night here for the Raiders. Misconnections. They just can't connect the ball with the back of the net. Into the game for the Raiders. Number 18, Tyg O'Kelly. And number 7, Luke Johnson. So O'Kelly and Johnson back in. Looks like Johnson's going to go play in the back line. Played there last year, did a wonderful job. He's done fabulous moving up into his, with a greater responsibility playing in the middle of the park. But Braden Miller played just about the whole game. Did a really nice job, and getting a few minutes of rest for his legs is probably a good idea by Coach Solom. Colton Prater looks like he's going to... Pardon me, Colton Prater looks to be checking back into the game as well. Nice tackle by Luke Beckemeyer. Looks like he said Joseph maybe on the ground. What a wonderful job by Julio Lima Sanchez. There was a little bit of uncertainty on the part of Corey Denning, and Sanchez took advantage, won the ball back. Johnson clears it out. No, Johnson is playing his sort of normal holding mid position. Switched around who's defending just a little bit. And here comes Luke Beckemeyer with the ball. Up to Connor Johnson. Johnson just takes a touch back to maintain possession. Tygo Kelly's actually playing up at forward right now. Takes one touch. Strong challenge from behind. Causes him to lose possession. Middleton on the ball. 81st minute of play. Mason Holm steps up to win the ball ahead of Lima Sanchez, I believe that was. Martinez Cruz, my apologies. Denny now on the ball for the Raiders. Luke Beckemeyer. He's got some space. Trevor Nava-Barber. Tygo Kelly was making the diagonal run in there. Created some space for his brother. Now Luke Johnson over the top to Kelly. It's going to be a foot race. Kelly doesn't win the foot race, but he does win the corner set piece for the Raiders. 82nd minute of play. Colton Prater coming in the game for Trevor Nava-Barber. Stranger things have happened than 4-0 leads disappearing in 8.5 minutes. I still believe. Now into the game for the Raiders. Number 21, Colton Prater. So Prater into the game. Denning over, one man, they'll take it short. Denning quickly back to Prater. Prater nicely done around the defender, attacking the near post, shooting at the near post, heading over the crossbar. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the story of the Hudson Raiders soccer match on Friday the 14th of September 2018. Close, but no cigar. I wonder if we can still say that these days. Do you have to say close but no vape now?
Jewel.
Close but no jewel. Throw in Middleton. Given away to Colton Prater. Opportunity for the Raiders, looking for Tygo Kelly, just overhits it. Over aggressive, inaccurate on the pass. Middleton on the ball, Rateau with it. Slots it across, won by Connor Seidel. Sliding by Connor Seidel to deflect it back to Luke Beckemeyer. Late challenge by Rateau. The referee reaches in his pocket. removes his hand from his pocket. Luke Johnson will take the free kick, 84th minute of play. Beckemeyer went down hard, but got up quickly, so he looks like he's going to be all right. Happy to report. Johnson, what's he going to do? Just a little bit of awkward position, kind of chips it up over, and just nobody gets a head on it. Outside of goals scored, the things that you would want to see from your soccer team, I feel like the Raiders displayed tonight. There was individual effort. There was cohesive team effort. There was grit. There was skill. There just weren't goals. Joseph is a handful. He is just a quick, fast player. Oh, unfortunate. Beckemeyer attempting to get it out there to Holm. Holm slipped a little bit. Now it's back to Joseph. George checks to the ball. He's got 2 men on him. Taken away nicely by Cole Ober. Cole slides it through. Rateau recovering. Tygo Kelly looking way up over the top for Connor Johnson. And Johnson just had too much ground to make up. His pressure nearly wins a throw-in. Does win a throw-in for Rateau. Rateau in the way of... Oh, Tygo Kelly takes a throw-in. Liam O'Kelly right away takes a touch. Looking for the cross. Doesn't find Prater. He is able to win the ball, however. He's going to shoot this. And right at the goalie. Shear. Johnny on the spot. Good goalies just seem to have the ball find them because they're in the right position. Takes a deflection. Mason Holm just slides off. Everyone's falling now. Did it rain and I didn't know it? Connor Seidel now attacking the middle of the field. Maintaining possession, was looking for Tygo Kelly. They just didn't coordinate the run and the pass. They let it slide through to Middleton to their goalie, Mr. Ben Shear. Tygo Kelly now going to pressure, 86th minute of play. Hudson running out of time to get those 5 goals they need to win. But as I was saying before, the things you're looking for in your team, besides scoring goals, Hudson displayed tonight, and there's things to take away from this game. And also, you got to play tomorrow, so it doesn't really matter what happens tonight. Tomorrow at noon, Oregon's ready to kick off, so be ready for it. Rateau fighting with Luke Johnson, following Luke Johnson. Not really to anyone's surprise, but Max Rateau. O'Kelly to O'Kelly. I haven't said that in a long time. Maybe ever, actually. O'Kelly to Prater. That I've said. Colton Prater, 2 men on him. Tygo Kelly making a good run. Connor Seidel making a good run. Connor Seidel settles. Connor Seidel shoots. Connor Seidel gives Ben Shear another chance to add to pad his save total for the evening. 87th minute of play. Colton Prater on the ball for Hudson, looking to find Connor Seidel. Instead finds Connor Johnson. Back to Connor Seidel. Takes 1-2 touches. Looking to slide it through for Liam O'Kelly. Good physical battle between him and the defender, number 19, Blake Kalsher. Whistle blows, and we've got a delayed foul. Looks like... Oh, I like what the referee did there. He called it. He played advantage. Said that Tygo Kelly was fouled as he began his run when the ball was played through. He allowed it to play out, and now has brought it back. Really good refereeing there from our center ref, Nepal Howland. I love the way that he did it. That's I think a correct decision. O'Kelly certainly was getting handled and grabbed as he looked to turn. The defender was probably beat otherwise, and obviously you'd rather have O'Kelly in the box with the ball, or at least give him an opportunity to make a play, and that's what the referee did. Now Hudson's got a golden opportunity to not get shut out. Colton Prater over the ball. Luke Johnson over the ball. 88th minute of play here. Johnson with a good left foot. Runs over it. Prater into the wall. Back to Prater. Looking to chip. I've called a lot of near misses tonight. Pick your favorite and pretend I said it. 89th minute of play. Another great opportunity for the Raiders. Again, you love to see the effort and the fight of Hudson. Beckemeyer on the ball for the Raiders. Back to Luke Johnson. Johnson, big over the top, looking for Tygo Kelly. Headed once, poked a second time by Jack Oley. Ball runs out. Nice job by Oley to not make it a corner kick. Quickly do the Raiders put it back in. One back by Rateau. Cleared out. Liam O'Kelly heads it down nicely for Colton Prater, ends up on the ball. Pulls it back, gets around one defender, gets around two defenders, three defenders. Big touch into the space. Oley unable to get there. Prater unable to get there. Oley does, clears it out. Throw in. Hudson, 90th minute of play. Seconds remaining here in the game. Liam O'Kelly with a throw in. How far can he get it? Pretty far, as the case may be. Off court, Denning falls to Colton Prater. Colton takes 1, 2, 3, 4 touch. He's got 5 guys around him. Somehow nearly manages to come away with it. And here's Rateau as the game winds into its final seconds. Joseph over the top. Final 10 countdown. Shortly. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And that is the match, with Middleton defeating Hudson by a final score of 4-0. Congratulations to both teams on a well-played match. So that is the final from Raider Field here, with Middleton defeating Hudson by a score of 4-0. They scored twice in the first half, in the 7th and 16th minutes through Andrew Lund. They scored in the 69th minute on a goal from Ezra Joseph, and in the 70th on a goal from Peter Tuttle. Hudson put in a fabulous effort, unable to come away with even a goal to show for it, though, and they get to try again tomorrow against Oregon. This has been Chuck Bublitz for Rex and the crew up in the press box. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.